Okay. Hey, Nof 2.0 here, and I'm back with another video, and this is gonna be a quick one. Well, yeah. Because I'm planning tomorrow is gonna be my final video because with YouTube's copyright system, ID, whatever, is gonna screw up my audience since my loyal fan base, Sammy, Danny, Lucas, Soylent, um uh definitely do not look like 18-year-olds, and they're some of my biggest fans. So and so that's why I'm doing it. Also, uh I feel like giving Google, out of all companies, your ID is dumb. I would love to give the, I don't know, Chinese, Vietnamese, yeah, I will give my American ID to the Chinese anyway. But as you saw from the title, I'm going to announce. Not announce. Why am I dropping like a merch drop? Basically, I'm going to be doing my 7th grade review because, yes, I have graduated from the 7th grade a long time ago. So, I started on August 28th, and I absolutely hated it. Yeah, I know. Absolutely hated the 7th grade. From the start, I don't know. Best year by now. And of course, when I sat down in my seat, I looked around. Basically everyone there is like people that I didn't know. Mostly those like Mary and Molly, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. And I looked around, and I remember what I said. I'm not gonna make any of my fun. No. I'm not gonna be friends with any of these idiots. Something like that. Something along the lines. And of course, did I? That was half true. They were idiots, and I did make fun of them. Jasmine, good job. Tom, you pretty cool but annoying. All of Tom's sons are basically annoying. Coname. Oh, Coname. See, she just doesn't have hair right now because I don't feel like getting Coname hair. It's Coname. What do you expect? But actually, you can see Coname. I'm gonna go get Coname's hair. Coname's hair. Yeah, I know it is shorter than usual. She cut it. I know. Coname's a diva. Diva. How we do that motion? But anyways, on continuing my quick student review. Paige, you're my first crush. I'm gonna admit it. Not anymore. That is, well, my Carmel. You don't know how just excited, non-creepy I get. Oh yeah, I was wondering what that was. You do not know how excited I get with just the mention of my Carmel. Anytime I like see her on the Snapchat, if somebody tags in a post, I just get so excited. Please marry me, be the Carmel to my apple. And it's not a joke. Please, I love you. I am making 2 songs about you. One I always beautiful. You already know that. Anyways, Caleb, you're right trash. What does white trash even mean? Yeah, probably something not good. Gonna search it up afterwards. Miles, you are a good person. Alex is well, Alex. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I mean, I would say some offensive things. Actually, I can't. YouTube's getting banned for like a lot of people, so I can say whatever I want. I'm gonna say the most offensive thing to every single American. I don't care if I like the illegal immigrants. Yeah. Anyways, So of course, after all of that, um, it was actually pretty good. Like, oh, okay, quick teacher review. Well, I'm going to be actually two. I'm going to be looking out till the future of this video. Okay, first, my homeroom teacher, Miss McCann. I, I, I don't know if I hated her. I definitely didn't like her because of my bias towards the sixth grade at the time. But I mean, decent teacher. When I first met her, absolutely great teacher. Everybody hates her for some reason, except me, Piper, and probably a few other kids. But I don't know, Piper and the few other kids singing this eulogies. If you hate Miss McCann, you can go Coname get thrown at you. Whatever that means. I know I need Coname in this video. Oh well. So, and now Mr. Neiman. He used to work as a IMB engine, IMB, I think, that software company that makes software. No, I know it's not the movie review company, but next, and he was a pretty cool teacher, probably third, I would say. Next we have Miss Trumby Price. And of course I have no real opinions about her. She was like, a like okay teacher, I would say. I wouldn't rank her as like my top best teachers, but also not the dead worst, because she was a pretty decent teacher after her pregnancy. Yeah, I really never hated any of my teachers. Probably my fifth and sixth art teacher, Miss Wright, was probably my worst, and she wasn't. I actually, she was so sexist. She was just sexist, and but for the sixth grade, most of my art class in sixth grade, she was there because retirement, vacation, but then she was that she needed money, so now she's back. Was back. We have a new art teacher now. I don't know what her name is because I was in Miss Cassup's class. On the mention, Miss Cassup, great teacher at the end of the art class session, whatever it's called, at the end of the year for art. I don't know what it's called. She was playing the Beatles' "Here Comes the Sun." So good teacher. Way better than Miss Wright. Okay, anyways, back on my teachers. As I was saying about Miss Truman Price, she was pregnant and she was gone for like half the school year. And before pregnancy, she was pretty angry, I would say. But that was probably her, birth hormones. She was like screaming at kids for breathing. Yeah, I'm jealous. ASMR. I absolutely hate my own jokes. Anyways, as I was saying, and now we have Mr. Braccio. She was my second best. Miss McCann, best teacher. Miss Ryan Price, fourth best teacher. And now Mr. Braccio, second place teacher. And Mr. Braccio was cool beans. Okay, what else do I have to? Yeah, fun fact, I don't script videos. Any of them, even my Nofeyverse videos, is simply because I don't like to. I just like to think what just comes to mind, and then I say it, even if it's offensive, not offensive. This is Coname. This is Coname. As you can see, she's very cute. and I scrambled what's left of her brains. Haha, suck it, can't me. I'm gonna be sending that there. Anyways, next, okay, yeah, okay, this is I got weird lighting or whatever, and of course, and I was what was I even, as I was saying about Mr. Braccio, she was a pretty cool teacher in class, and oh yeah, students for Mr. Bracio's class was one of the best classes I ever had. We got songs like Logan, Hazumi, Rachel, Aaron. That's pretty much it. But those four were the best. And then we got Jake. I don't like Jake. Aaron doesn't like. Okay, yeah, I'm the only one who doesn't like Jake. Why? Jake has the bad handwriting. I don't know why I said it like that. But as I was saying, and even though she liked me more than most other students because Bennett was just shoving pencils up his nose. But I did have to say, she showed me, like a normal student. Why am I surprised? Because Mr. Power, one of my favorite teachers, 6th grade science teacher, treated me like God. I don't like to be treated like God. I want to be a normal person. Like, of course, did I get special treatment? Yes. Did that help me? Yes. But I want the same punishment as oh, I don't know, Emmett, Jackson, definitely Riley. Yeah, and yeah, Mr. Butcher's class, a very good class and a very good teacher. Now, lastly, we have Miss Fleming, and I just had to say, she was a mid teacher. I don't know what to say about her. She was also pregnant for half the year. What is girls with getting pregnant? Okay, well, that sounded very weird. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I should probably present that why do teachers, what is it with teachers getting pregnant for half the damn year? And anyways, Miss Fleming was a special ed teacher for the special kids like me. That's why I'm passing not in summer school. She was a teacher of 5th best, but that doesn't mean she was necessarily bad. Anyways, back onto the school year. So after some attempts on trying to talk to my gym classes, which I had Jake and he was pretty good. Jake, man, I just love him and hate him at the same time. Yeah. Anyways, gym class. It was gym class was either super boring or super fun depending on the day. It was usually somewhere in between fun and like maybe this is fun. Also, I beat Jake in the mile. Haha, Jake, suck it. Jake, suck it. Anyways, I don't know if anybody saw that, but what was my other? What was my other class? I had art. Then I had gym. No. What? Oh my! Why am I forgetting that? No. What's the other thing? Oh, what was it? Yeah, this is gonna be. It got gym, art, and hold on. Hey guys, I finally just thought of it. You know what? Do you seriously want to know what my second special was? It was art, gym, and then art again. It through like VAP or something. Do I know what VAP stands for? Probably virtual assessment pendulum or something. I don't know. Yeah. So Miss Castle had you basically throughout the first semester. Yeah, and of course, skipping a few weeks, now we have Halloween, and of course, it was costume day, or Halloween day. You can dress up as whoever you are dressing up as for Halloween. Since we are since at our oh wait, this is only okay guys, new, we're going to be making up a completely new brand name for the school. Instead of my typical school name, Kevin said at my tech office that well, Kevin and mainly Mr. Corkin said that I can't be saying real names, even though I said multiple times. So since I'm trying to protect the safety of everybody, this new school is going to be called Crackhead Sniffle the Crack, more cracky heady Betty Ready Middle School, Junior Second, the third middle school. Well, they just said I couldn't use the real names, but not being nice wasn't off limits. So what's this button do? Okay, yeah. Does this just load? Okay, yeah. What? I probably just took multiple pictures of myself. I'm. Oh yeah, I definitely took pictures of myself. Anyways, also, so during this time, and no, not during this time. During Halloween, I dressed up as Toxic Sam, that guy who tried to capture me a few years ago, but then we ended up becoming best friends. And I know continuity is kind of destroyed right now, but we're trying to focus on important things, of course, blaming Caleb, hating on Coname, abusing Coname, Israel. But anyways, as we were saying, as and of course no mask, so I couldn't put on the gas mask, which I mean, it's kind of a smart rule because someone will just bring a shotgun. Someone will just bring a shotgun inside their pumpkin mask. Trust me, I've done it before. I've played Minecraft, and of course, and since Toxic Sam's outfit is basically just red hoodie and mask, and I couldn't wear the mask, it was just red hoodie. Yeah, very creative design choice. Also, this was the time when I got introduced to Mr. Corkins. I to be honest, I just thought Mr. Corkins was just some random stoner who just hang on the tech office, talked to Piper, and then just ate Cheetos all day. I didn't think that they had like an actual job here. Anyways, now it's November, and of course Mr. Neiman put up some stickers all around his classroom. Oh yeah. Also, two things during the 1st of November. First of all, we got new classes. I got FAP with Mr. Price. Gym stayed the same because it's gym. Physical fitness is important. Suicide's bad. And then of course health with Mr. Vigu. And of course health class was sick. But what was sicker? I know that's her actual name. Yeah. Yep. I know. Actual name. Anyways, she was in my class. Did I talk to her? Nope. I was too scared, and I probably peed my pants. Hi. Please talk to me. Uh, anyways, this is also the time when I started uploading like Fortnite videos to YouTube after finally upgrading my internet from Verizon to better Verizon, Sprint Mobile. um, anyways, I got better internet, so that means my Xbox Remote Play, which I used to stream from my Xbox, on to my phone, which I then screen record and gameplay. Very simple stuff. Yeah. Also, during that time, Kaname, my beautiful, thick, delicious Kaname learned what we know waterboarding was. Kaname, don't you just love waterboarding? Yeah. How much stuff do you even have, haven't you? Oh. Okay, anyway, back to watching the audience. Turn around. Anyways, back to watching the audience. You go. And then of course, after November, Thanksgiving wasn't that eventful. Me and my cousins just stayed on their phones the entire time. Well, I don't think anything eventful happened during the December, which I can talk about, other than Christmas and New Year. Okay, whoa. Yeah. Wait, actually, I think in December or November, but this one time, so there's this one time in like L&L class with Mr. Price. We talk about stereotypes because stereotypes racist. No matter if it's a good stereotype or a bad stereotype. Stereotypes very bad unless you're Donald Trump. Have to bring him up again because it's Trump. Everybody hates Trump. I kind of supported Trump during the time, and then of course Donald Trump screwed everything up. So now I'm targeting both sides. I am a independent, and Donald Trump thinks that he's in Jerry Springer. Anyways, other than politics during this very non-politics video, I gotta say, is this on? This on? Yeah, that's on. I also gotta say, oh yeah. Also, 2024's Christmas didn't feel magical, mainly because I go to my cousin's house and my other cousins didn't come over. Like the exciting ones, Ben and Jake. And of course, something else. I didn't go to my uncle and uncles because of a very heated debate against my mom and grandma and some other people. I don't know. Yeah, I know. So I just sat on my Grammy's couch, and then of course I was looking up at the ceiling and I was wondering, where the heck did this all go? And then I got a 3DS that they was supposed to be brand new, but it worked like Okay, one of the sides was broken. You could still play it, but one of the sides was just snapped off, like a small bit, probably the size of like a squish blueberry, but it was still very, but it was very good, chunk. Yeah. Anyways, during January was the New Year. Happy New Year. No, wait, no, that. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that was in March. Oh my god. Okay, what do I mention in? Oh yeah, the tech guys, Kevin and of course Al, which I'm going to mention in the final 7th grade review. They got a mini fridge. I don't know that's the most exciting part of January that I could remember. I probably did something. Oh my, stereotypes. That was like that. That was what I was talking about before I went on the politics tragedy. Okay, as we were saying, Miss Trumpy Price Craft, stereotypes bad unless Trump did, but he's immune. And of course, basically, Miss Trumpy Price was doing stuff, and then of course she said something along the lines, raise your hand so you can tell us a stereotype, and of course Logan, very allergic to stuff like paper, air, shrimp, peanut butter, pooped his brains out New Year because of ice cream. And of course, this from Logan's perspective, and of course he was sitting there. Mr. Price asked, raise his hand to tell stereotypes or something, and of course, this was me doing his perspective. Yeah, during his perspective, I just shot my hand up at the word stereotypes like I'm some dog. Yeah, and it was back in January. Tech guys got a mini fridge. I know, super sick tech guys, tech guy mini fridge. Insert loud people screaming, Doritos, Mountain Dew, and the New Grounds logo or something. Anyways. And then, of course, Valentine's Day, or, February. Since, my Carmel's name is, my Carmel, I'm going to keep mentioning her throughout this video. Dio. So I tried giving her a tricks. I couldn't be maybe because I was just too scared to talk to mine. That was the only thing eventful that happened during that month. Also, by the way, so I actually did keep the tricks like a good 2 weeks after that. And then of course March, I did try to give my new tricks. Didn't work because I'm just too scared to talk to her. Oh wait, actually, better part for my dude, why this? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I'm at the end of the video. I'm going to mention that because no script. And I don't know where this video is anymore. Anyways, during April, there was nothing eventful. Oh wait, actually, back in March, back during March, oh my god, this is why I should script my videos. Me, God. Okay, I don't know when this happened because they basically, first of all, Miss Fleming, of course, got pregnant and birthed a fetus, and of course during the time we had a substitute teacher for her named Miss Matera. She was actually better than Miss Fleming, Miss Matera. hello. And then, of course, Miss Trumpy Price. She did the same thing as Miss Swimming. And of course we got one of the best teachers, Mr. Corkins. That stoner who talked Piper, ate Cheetos, and tech off like a bum. I am describing Mr. Corkins in a very cold way. Anyways, he was actually again pretty cool beans. and also during his reign, Dylan pulled his pants down. Don't worry. He had another pair of pants and underwear underneath it. So he wasn't a Doctor Disrespect. And of course, and of course, Mr. Corkins. And of course, Mr. Corkins, in his years of course, teaching, said of course, in his like 7 adulthood years of teaching, he never expected to tell a kid to pull his pants up. He was like, Dylan, pull your pants up, or I'm gonna be sending you to Miss McCann's office. Also during this time, we of course had a music. We did something about indigenous in the we did something about in indigenous tribes. I did indigenous in government first music thing ever. Well, okay, technically, not my first music. I did write other songs, but I never released them. Anyways, where was I before I broke my intelligence down? Oh yeah, Oh yeah, and basically, so no, I made edition of the government parody of losing my religion. I did that in 20 minutes, except writing the lyrics. That took me multiple days, and of course I have to, that's the most offbeat thing ever. Mainly because I wasn't using Soundtrap and also and also something for the lyrics that is downbeat. But and of course, when I was recording my vocals in CapCut, I couldn't hear and and I couldn't hear the music. So I could hear the music. Anyways, and also during that time, we had this basically doing in New England, we got this thing called we get this thing called March April break, and of course the like Thursday before April break, we were doing this thing on Greta Thunberg. You guys remember that, right? And of course doing that, basically, if I had to sum up the video, it would basically be this. Guys, look, it's Koname. So, Koname, stop being so short. So the audience can probably see you. And of course, everyone laughed. Carme was offended. Paige and Careful, offended. Since so how to break up Paige, probably misspelled, and Caleb. Step one, corner me. Step two, stuff like that. And then of course, I did another video, not as funny as the first one, because thinking back, I definitely could have had the intro better and shorter. Parody of forget about it. To be honest, it was something go like, here's a little tale of a man who's called Jeffy. He worked with a short guy. His name was Will Savetti. But when Will's friends were lacking Carnano, he went to Will's house and then kicked him in the balls. Something like that. Something like that. I'm just going to be naming off. Oh yeah, semester 3, trimester 3, whatever it's called. So I had music with Miss Campanelli. No, oh no. I had music with, of course, Miss Phillips, and she was a angry person because of us. She's actually probably a very nice person in general. Probably I have never seen her not mad at us. But that's probably our fault. As I was saying, yeah, I am doing random BS now. Oh yeah, trimester 3, I got Miss Phelps, who was an okay teacher, but but then I got IT slash theater because but IT and theater mix super well together. And of course Mai was also in that class. Technically, we were split up, and I was hoping to get Mai. Did I? No, no. She was in theater. I was in IT. I was heartbroken. And and of course Barbara, another friend of mine. Every time she walked out of theater, she was with Mai. Could I have talked to Mai then? Yes. Did I? Again, I was too scared. I'm too scared to talk to Mai. That is going on a t-shirt. That's going on a t-shirt 100%. And of course, IT and theater were average. I banged Joseph Stone against the table. Not sexually. More like aggressively. What else? Oh yeah, Mr. Calkins and Miss Mattel left because Miss Fleming and Miss Fleming Price came back from the pregnancies. Oh yeah. I'm actually going to read this. This is my yearbook technically. Okay. Basically, yeah, basically in Miss McCann's class, every so often we would write we write in our journals. Okay. I don't like writing on paper. I don't like writing on paper. You know why? It just takes too much time for me. And plus I can't spell anything. I can't spell. So and anyways, I'm gonna be reading this. The first page, Jeffrey 1. That's my name. I was given my name because it was my dad's name. I don't know where my dad got it. I like it because it's a name. Yeah, we we of course had to do 7 sentences because we were 7th graders. Said, Miss McCann, quote it. I also didn't like it because most of my answers could be finished in less than of course 7 sentences. I'm sorry, Miss McCann, all your qualities are great except that one. And anything about the journals in your class absolutely sucked. Okay. Next page. A time I felt uncomfortable was when fun fact, I didn't finish most of these, so of course I'm not going to say more. Next page. Communities can be different. I don't know. Oh yeah, ABC is a community. Brave, community, crap, courage, empty, friend, family, fam, honesty, learning, mindful, nice, people, respect, yeah, whatever. I can't read half of it. Next we got, we can honor the victims by not rebuilding the Twin Towers that was during 9/11. Government job. China. I can see why people are choosing pets over kids. They are so expensive. $500,000 more expensive. 7th grade sucks. The kid sucks and nobody does anything about it. Another gripe about it. Miss Fleming did nothing about our Tom screaming. He was like, shut it off. She was like, shut it off, Tom. That does nothing against the kid. Okay, yeah. To be honest, it like probably does. Not against our Tom. Anyways. Next page, blank. Next page, Instagram. I think parents should be watching their kids more. This, and with this Online Safety Act, I absolutely hate it. Parents should be watching their kids more. Hacked Sesame, Democracy, Olympics. I got bad handwriting. I'm writing a musical for Miss Palver's Hitler. I am doing that. Broadway, June 14th. Ancient Greece. See, land, water, Greece thing. How did people in pain? Oh, I love reading back on these journals. Okay, Mayans versus Mycenaeans. See, the island of Rivets took over most of Greek. Think nothing. I think nothing. Worky, my seem so smooth. Yeah, as shown on the not long geographic map titled Physical Map of Europe, there are many bodies of water surrounding the continent. Wick is beneficial for that and trade. Yep, okay. Doing this one, Democrat, Boston, Mars, vote. Achilles, Republicans. I don't know what most of these are for. The flying boat is not flying. To fly, it needs to be off the ground. I'm not going to explain most of these because I don't want to. I would live in Greece because the blue sea, but I wouldn't because of Persia. Our government isn't working. No, isn't. A mass, a little, a pizza. Let's beat up military. Dad, I beat up a lapis in a person. I don't know what I'm. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be fixing my lighting. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry. We got the candy pants are so dollars they are mad in chained flowers. If I was the ruler, I would turn the whole world Swiss cheese. I'm like, dude, how many did I write? Yep, I wrote. What makes a good government? It listens to its people, which is doing, and doesn't have to, and doesn't send money, and doesn't give money to third world countries, which I still believe in. The United States sucks, and they give so much money to Israel instead of like helping the community who gives it money to Israel. I'm not going to get into politics right now because that's for a future video. Election. Donald Trump is going to win because people rally those bad narratives and because Bad Joe and Harris. If I was elected, I would ban the name Olive. Which I did hear one time. Don't know why call your kids Olive. What makes an election free and fair? It's no rigging. Let's go, Trump won. He will build the wall. I don't know why I spoiled Trump. I was kind of stupid. I hate this. I'm going to say it. I hate this journal grading. But I could talk about it, that topic. I don't like to write. I spell like Helen Keller. My grammar, sonnet. I hate it. Not strong, he'll die. Life in Google. I learned that you can sweat into no food, no clothes, and no nothing. Huge big is something. Best tech on me. Road community time of ancient Rome. Okay, yeah, hold on. I'm gonna get myself a quick. Okay. Can't read any of that. Don't know what that means. Weirdo is my idol. He is. Pregnant and Cubans. The war is. Punic War. Numbers and letters. Fall of Rome. Mills. The barbarians. Money. Division. Expansion. Corruption. Political system. Date of origin. The shooters. Okay, yeah. Mesoamerica. Made stuff of glass and obsidian. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, dude. How many pages did I not write in? Fire. Sound, area, city. Oh well, that's my entire book. I didn't write as much. So for my finale review, I got to say, it was pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you.